right, invite. So what's up? What's up? It's Michelle with the Raindrop Combos and
Stacey. What's going on, guys?
what's up, chick? What are we talking about? What are we talking about tonight, chick?
You tell me. I thought we were going to talk about. Listen, you tell me.
Man, let me tell you something. We have been chopping it up for a minute about this Kevin Samuels thing, and if you are like on another planet and you're out of the YouTube stratosphere, then you don't know who Kevin Samuels is. Hey, Instagram, all of that. We are going to let you know who Kevin Samuels is. And we want to know, does Kevin Samuels really hate Black women? This dude's YouTube channel is blowing up on really blowing up this whole thing about Black women and what they need to do to find exactly. So we'd love to hear your comments, your take on this, and we're about to get into this conversation, man. Let's do this. Let's do this. Ready. What's up? Okay, man. Kevin Samuels, hashtag Kevin Samuels. Yes. Yes, we're talking about this dude. And if you don't know who he is, please go look him up on YouTube. Yeah, we might throw him some new subscribers or whatever, but this dude is blowing up social media with what he's saying about Black women and what they need to do to find a high value man.
And not just that he's blowing up. The fact that they are trying to cancel him.
Oh man, they got a petition.
They have a whole petition to cancel a YouTuber.
Yeah. Because
or a relationship specialist or image consultant. I don't know what
and they mad. You know what I'm saying?
Mad.
And so we have been talking about
though.
Right.
We get it because we were both at some point we had both joined the cult.
Right. Yeah. I was down early when I first started listening to that. Yeah. I mean, it was like I was mesmerized by his message. And I was like, man, you're right. I need to be more feminine and I need to be more submissive to get, the right man or to please my man or to keep my man. Mm-hmm. And so I get that.
I am very familiar with the Kappa personality.
He's a Kappa?
He's a Kappa.
Okay.
I was a K-Suite, Kappa Common in college. Yeah. So I'm very familiar with the Kappa persona.
Right.
He fits the bill.
Which is,
this whole debonair thing. This whole, higher echelon man type thing, you know. And so I can absolutely see how he developed his beliefs, or how they were able to kind of grow.
You're right about that because the thing is, when I was in college, the Qs had a certain persona. And they were gentlemen, but it's they were them dogs. But the Kappas were more of the smooth, and those were the ones you kind of expected that would be those 6-figure earners, maybe corporate guys.
When really it was
right. And
I'm
so
not biased.
Right. And so I did not know that Kevin Samuel was a Kappa guy.
They have pictures out of him and him, with stuff at stuff shows.
Yeah.
With his, Kappa stuff on.
Okay.
And I told you this.
Yeah.
Okay, we both jumped on the train.
Right.
We both jumped off the train.
Yeah.
But I told you, I went out last night. I may be back on his train. After what I saw last night, and going to somewhere where it's supposed to be a cool, upscale type.
It wasn't.
I was so disappointed. Listen, I'm sorry. I love Atlanta. A-Town down all day. However, I have been so disappointed in the class of our people.
Right.
I told you, went to the Beyonce and Jay-Z concert on the run tour to VIP tickets. The person that invited me had VIP tickets, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm it's getting ready to be the joint. All the Atlanta people about to be out there.
It's popping.
I was so disappointed. I was why? I'm pretty sure that Fendi doesn't sell that kind of bodysuit. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
bodysuit.
Yeah.
And why am I seeing the grandmamas with it?
Right.
Like,
Right.
I was totally outdone.
Yeah.
I was mad at Atlanta. Like, I'm coming, you know.
They didn't represent. That's not.
But here's the thing, though, Shell.
Okay.
It goes back. Atlanta been flipping. I mean, I remember 20-something years ago, the first original Kings of Comedy with Steve Harvey, you know, that was
right.
Bernie Mac was still alive,
right.
all of that. And my niece was visiting from New York. And so me and, you know, Carlos, all of us, are, you know, our friends, we go to the show.
Yeah.
That was at whatever the old Phillips Arena was. I don't know what it was called. Like State Farm Arena.
Right,
I don't know what it was called back then. But the Dome, maybe. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We go and we're walking because, you know, I was cute. She's cute. You know,
right.
she had a mixed, you know, pattern outfit.
Right.
Like, I ain't giving a damn.
Right,
you know?
right.
And my niece, which I didn't notice, but she was like, why everybody look alike?
Mm.
I was like, do they? You know? But the sad thing is that 20-something odd years later, it still reigns true.
Are you serious?
She was like, there's literally no individuality. And I guess coming from New York and
right.
used to people expressing their personalities and who they are, all that comes across in their style.
Right, right.
So to come here and be like, everybody look alike.
Yeah.
She's like, you are individual, but all these other
it's like
I don't
something.
understand.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. But going back to last night.
Yeah.
I saw a total lack of class.
Yeah.
A total lack of just proper etiquette.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we talk about when we used to go out back in the early 90s, mid 90s or whatever, late 90s, early 2000s. We didn't even go, like we said, to the 559 looking shabby.
Baby,
you know what I mean?
you didn't go nowhere.
We didn't go to the 559. We didn't go
anywhere. Yeah.
The community clubs.
Right.
We didn't even go there looking shabby.
Right.
We dang sure wasn't about to go out, you know.
Right.
So I'm just confused. Like, I think that Kevin Samuels is actually onto something. I mean,
so do you think he's speaking to that generation? These up and coming?
That's who's listening.
Okay.
I mean, if you watch his shows, which we both have.
Yeah.
If you watch his shows, the girls that call in, they're young girls.
Right.
I mean, they're, you know.
Well, some of them
are
older that are kind of
delusional.
Really, yeah. Right. Because the thing is, if you're already in your 40s, why are you asking him? The thing is, you should already know who you are and know what your worth is. Yeah. But no, I feel you on him kind of telling those ones that think I want the 6-figure. And ultimately, those young girls are saying, hey, I want the baller, I want the rapper, I want the actor. And he's telling you that. I
mean, but recall though, he separates the industry people, industry men
from those 6 figures.
Okay.
So when he says 6 figure, so when he's saying 6 figure, he's talking about corporate
entrepreneur.
But he also talks about there's a small percentage of those, so the numbers are very limited as to.
I think that they are depending on like what circles you run in, like. I think nowadays you don't know who a 6-figure earner is. That could be,
okay, but was that 6-figure earner at the club that you went to the other night? You think that dude was
there? Because I'm
drunk. That's exactly because how many 6-figure earners do you think were at that club that night when you saw all of these?
It wasn't a club; it was a restaurant
or a lounge, right?
But it was in an area, and I won't say the area because I don't want to turn anybody off from it because it really needs to be infused with some class. Yeah, which is what we always hung out, and we always enjoyed ourselves, and we met some 6-figure earners out there. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Back in our day, well, I'll say that.
I don't think that those same 6-figure earners or those same just stature of men, or I just don't think that they would be hanging out like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Unless they're with their wives or long-term girlfriends or something like that. But the part that I'm agreeing with Kevin Samuels is Black women, we need to step it up. Okay. Because last night I was like, did you just come from Six Flags?
All right. And straight to the club, right?
Yeah. Who does that?
Yeah.
You know, like it was literally Six Flags, you know, Saturday barbecue, you know, cookout. Like you're supposed to change
straight to the club. I mean, I keep saying club, but the thing is, back when we used to hang out at nice restaurants,
lounge,
yeah,
whatever.
you there was a certain etiquette, and so when you said you knew you were going somewhere, then you presented yourself in a certain way, and so there's a lot of cancellation. You know, this cancel culture has finally hit Mr. Kevin Samuels, and again, please look him up on YouTube if you want to know what we're talking about. He went viral on a video when he told
women.
Yes, and he told a woman she was average at best, and you know it was a little ugly in the way he spoke to her. But the thing is, black women.
I'm saying that he is within his rights to do what he's doing based on what I saw last night. Prior to last night, I would have been like, oh, just whatever.
Right.
But what I saw last night, he on target.
Yeah.
Listen,
you might not like the messenger.
Right.
But the message has never changed. Yeah.
I didn't see any woman last night, and all the women that I saw.
Yeah.
I didn't see none of them trying.
They were just
how are you sitting there saying, I can't meet no man, I can't meet.
But you're not even.
But you looking like yesterday.
Right.
And you know that you're coming out.
Right.
And you didn't even try. Like and then he also talks about going out with women in large numbers.
Yeah.
You with 6 or 7 women, other women,
mm-hmm.
don't expect no man just to walk up to you in the sea of women.
Right.
It's not gonna happen.
Right.
And so, yeah, I was just like, why is it like 10 women in every group? This is a problem.
Right.
You cannot.
I hear you.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I hate to go in on our black women.
Right.
Because I am a black woman.
Right.
But here's the thing. Class is class.
Yeah.
Effort is effort.
Mm-hmm.
You can't sit up here and say, ain't no good black man, ain't no good. And you ain't even putting no effort in into
right.
yourself. You know what I mean? Into yourself.
Right.
Not into the man, because you need to put effort into yourself.
It starts with you first, right? To attract what you want, then you have to be able to present yourself in a certain way. And I mean, and I'm sorry, that's the society we live in. You know, that's the society we live in where you know, it's about how you present yourself, how you look. That's what a man is going to see first, your appearance. And so, to start this,
attracting this type of guy,
then you might want to start looking at what it is that you're doing that is attracting that type of man to you. So, no, I hear you.
I mean, I'm still floored.
Yeah.
I'm still floored because it was so disheartening.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to my little sister and I was just like, yo, the dating market is trash.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
and you got your sister's coming here. She's coming here Thursday, right? Next Thursday for to hang out in Atlanta. And I hope she really has a good time. But I also hope she understands what kind of market she's coming into. Honestly, she seems pretty classy to me.
She is.
So I think that she won't have a problem at all. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. I'm like, okay, so he's being BITCH apostrophe N.
Yeah, right.
He's being because he's like, y'all women ain't offering nothing.
Right.
Now, that's not to take the heat off the men.
Right.
Because the stuff that I saw going on with men was also shaky.
It was a little raggedy too, ratchet. Kind of they're about as ratchet as the right.
Ain't nobody got nobody to pick from.
Yeah.
You know
and it's kind of disgusting because it's kind of like the men are mocking or they are emulating what they think a woman wants. And if they think that's what a woman wants, then something is way off in the communication between black men and black women.
Yes.
I don't want no man with this. I'm telling you, I'm 44 years old. Mm-hmm. I've seen men my same age with their pants still hanging off their butts. I'm like,
we grown. That's
dude, we're not doing that anymore.
No.
And so that's my generation.
Real nice.
That's my generation. And I'm not speaking on what these 20 and 30 somethings are having to deal with, but I'm saying, let's get back to, what's traditional. And the thing is, and that's the thing. Like I say, you might not like Kevin Samuels' delivery, but his message is not any different from what we've always heard about being cooperative, submissive, being in partnership with your partner, and understanding that it's
Being
just not about right,
inspiring each other, motivating each other.
Exactly. If you want a man that's going to pay your bills where you can be a stay-at-home mom, then you got to understand what that means, that you still have a role. That doesn't mean you get to sit home and drink champagne all day while the kids are in daycare that he's paying for. He's out working. And so I know
reality TV has really hurt too.
They killed it.
Because reality TV has made a lot of us think that that's the way that life goes. Right. Like in real life, I know more women who work than don't work.
Exactly.
Even with a husband.
Right. And so and a lot of those they actually want to. Right. It's not that they always have to. Right. They actually want to. Right. So.
And I'm not understanding, when did we come into this whole mindset of I want to be kept?
I never wanted to be kept.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
That's boring to me. And
weird.
If
that's your goal. Like I can see if circumstances lead you to that temporarily.
However, but eventually,
just sitting on your ass all day, every day. Now, again, if your situation leads you to where that's what you have to do, right? I get it, and you have a man that can provide, and make sure, and you don't have to,
right?
Okay,
right.
But that's literally not real life for the majority of people. That's not real life,
right? Right.
So to go into this, I guess, Gen Z, millennials or whatever, to go into dating and, potential marriage and all that with that type of mindset, it's just like, you got the game twisted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, again, Kevin Samuels I think it says it's only, I want to say he says it's less than 10%
of six-figure earners.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So the chances of you actually landing a six-figure earner.
But why do you need six figures? Because here's the thing. If you're working, let's say you're working and you're earning at the average $40,000, $50,000. Right. You got a man that's earning $60,000, $70,000, $80,000. You can live pretty good. I don't give a damn what Kevin Samuels says. Like in real life,
you can exactly.
You can live
right if you're smart and you guys are managing.
If your man is making $70,000-$80,000, you still can actually be at home.
Right,
like you really can.
Right.
So I'm trying to see where is this mentality? Oh, I know. Because I forgot the young girls like all the designer stuff and they like all the Instagram,
and all of that, which is very expensive and material. We're living in a very materialistic society, and I mean, and like I said, I totally understand. And it seems like to me, like I said, they want to cancel him. They got a petition to get his YouTube channel shut down. But I honestly think that he's making a mockery of these women that say, "I want a six-figure earner." They're not, when they say they want a six-figure earner, they're not saying anything else about, the personality, the lifestyle, the religion. They're not saying any of that. It's just all about, I want someone that earns six figures. So please, if you guys do not, please check out Kevin Samuels, man. If you guys have not, just to know and get some a context of what we're talking about, check out Kevin Samuels on YouTube. Check out some of his snippets. Like I said,
rating system, because I think the rating system is like really.
It's so telling. It's so telling because he asked the women. Women call in to have him rate them. He's an image consultant, and so they call in. They'll say, "Hey, what do you think I am?" And you're 6. You're an average at best. And these women are saying, "Okay, I think I'm an 8. I think I'm a 9." And he's saying Kelly Rowland.
I was going to say, let's go ahead.
What he says.
What he says is that in 8, he said there's no 7. So
right. You're right. You can't use 7.
You're a 6
or
across that threshold at 8.
Right.
That's what he says.
8, 9, 10. Right.
And he says that Beyonce is, I think he says she's an 8.
Did he say she's a 9? I thought he said she was a 9.
He
but what about Kelly Rowland?
Kelly Rowland to him is a 9.
But that's based on his.
Right. And Beyonce to him is
an 8.
Yes.
Okay.
And so when he asked these women, and of course you get to see the women, you're looking at the screen, so you're like, okay, I'm waiting for your number, girl.
And they calling in from like Instagram and all this with bonnets on and all that stuff, and they always like, oh, well, when I'm cute. And they are cute, they are beautiful women.
When he starts talking and breaking them down, you're like, girl.
Whoa, yeah.
And that is literally like what he is displaying on his channel is the illustration of what the hell I saw last night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then, I think he's kind of like letting them know that you're not as high as you think you. I mean, he might be doing more good than bad. So it's a lot of people that's offended.
He is making their expectations more realistic.
Exactly. I'm good with that part. Yeah. My only thing is that, there's so many men that are supporting him that are feeling like, yeah, you're right. She needs to be submissive, cooperative, but don't forget what he's telling you. You know what I'm saying? He's not talking to you. You're not a 6-figure earner. So, okay, come on now.
I'm just saying, because, the men don't get away. Like I said,
right.
I saw a lot of gentlemen out there last night that were just gawking.
Yeah.
Like, are you out here to meet somebody, or are you out here
just to look? What kind of lame old? Who does that?
It's so lame. It's
because people actually go out to the clubs and the restaurants, the lounges to actually mix, mingle. And
we do that.
Right.
We talked about that, how we would go out.
Right. And unless you're with your man, then you're just going out to enjoy yourself. You're not looking to meet someone. But no, you can spot those type of people a mile away, those that are actually out there to meet someone.
Yeah.
And if they are viable, mates, then you kind of, there's an aura about them, the way they're kind of mixing and mingling.
They approach you.
Right.
Like you can tell in the way that a man approaches you.
And I remember when we used to go out to the club, honestly, we might gather, when we go out in girls groups,
we would hang in too many girls.
But then eventually, we kind of like dispersed because we knew what the game was. You don't mix, you can't, a dude comes up to you and he picks you out.
It's automatically intimidating for any man to walk up to a group of 5.
You can't do that. Women. So we always dispersed, and everybody kind of went to their own areas. I mean, we went to Puerto Rico and went to a club, and everybody was just kind of out doing their own thing. I was glad to be by myself, so I can kind of, hey, let me size up the crowd and see what's going on. But I was married at that time, so we was just and none of that. I was just there to party, but it was just reminding me of how we always did things back in my day. I don't know what these women are doing right now, but you don't try and mix and mingle with one dude when you've got 5 of your homegirls with you. It's that doesn't make any sense.
Listen. We had a ball back in the day.
Oh.
We used to hang out. We had a ball. Everybody hung out in the same places. The celebrities, the regular people, because everyone was on an even kilter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like nobody's all starstruck.
I remember going out, meeting the Brat. Shout out to Brat. Loves Judy, because that's coming out real soon. Yeah. Shout out to them. Congratulations, ladies. But it was one night we were coming from a club, me and my niece, and I was toe up from the floor up. I was toe up. And apparently we were in Buckhead, and apparently everybody went to this Huddle House. I want to say it was a Huddle House. I don't think it was a Waffle House, because it wasn't set up like a Waffle House.
You said in Buckhead?
I think so.
It wasn't.
I don't think it was.
What was that? They said in the corner. Okay, go ahead. I think it
was Huddle House. Okay, I don't know where it was.
Okay,
it was clearly in the same vicinity because everybody went.
Yeah.
So we go into this Huddle House and we get seated at the table. So my back is to the booth behind us, but my niece is facing the booth behind us because we're facing each other. So she's like, "Don't look, don't look." But when you tell a drunk person not to look, what's the first thing they're going to do?
They're going to look.
Right. They're going to turn their head around.
Right.
So she's like, "Don't look." But I think that's the Brat behind us. What's the first thing I do? Oh!
Right.
I said, "Oh my God, this way." Oh my God, do you know you're the Brat?
Drunk and asking the brat if she knows she's the brat.
And acting a fool. Right. I'm talking about, girl, do you know you the brat? And she was sitting there, with somebody else. I didn't leave it there.
Yeah.
I don't leave it there because drunk Stacey doesn't leave it there. She
right.
makes me extra because she black.
Right.
You can't be black and drunk. You gonna be real extra. I got my behind up from that seat when it sat in her booth next to her. It was like a 2-person seat.
Yeah.
So I'm like, move over, girl.
Drunk and everything.
I'm talking about.
You didn't even care. You had no inhibition.
Had no inhibition.
Right.
So I'm like, girl, I love you. It's the breath of I'm talking about going.
When did she realize you weren't a psycho fan?
She was just laughing. And it was so lighthearted.
Yeah.
She was just laughing like,
right.
Oh my God, this is hilarious.
Right.
Her friend was cracking up like, and she just let me go through it.
Right.
And my niece was like, get your butt back on me.
Right.
She may have to come get me. I don't remember that part. I don't remember that part.
But we could do that.
But we could do that back then. And it was like,
yeah,
she was just so nice about the whole thing
right.
and laughing and was like, it's so nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And I'm all, girl.
Right.
Oh my God. Sorry, Brad. I didn't know.
And right. Hashtag Brad.
Right. Hashtag Brad. Thank you for being so nice about that because it could have went a whole way.
But I mean, but do you think that, I mean, because like I said, we mixed and mingled with a lot of celebrities. I actually grew up, and went to middle school, elementary, high school with a lot of celebrities Absolutely. That, people that became celebrities after school.
Yes.
So do you think that the people now, because Kevin Samuels is in Atlanta, and so he's in Atlanta. So perhaps he is speaking on just his own experiences in the Atlanta area, the dating market, the women, and all of that. Do you think that there's a new market? Do you think that these are native Atlantans? Do you think there's people that have migrated into the area?
It could
because I'm telling you, Atlanta, the Atlanta scene is a model. Yeah, but it's also a model for other cities. Mm-hmm. People are like, I gotta go to Atlanta. Hip hop Atlanta.
Stay home.
Please do. We're full.
We're full.
We're full.
But go ahead.
But I'm just saying, do you think that that's an influence and what's going on? Are these people that aren't native? Because I mean, everybody is from
not starstruck. Like
at all. I mean,
it's kind of like living in New York. Like New York. You can go around the corner and see whoever,
right?
And you
good.
It's like, oh, that's just so and so.
Exactly.
And that's how native Atlantans. That's how we were.
Yeah.
We would go out. We talked about the Snoop Dogg thing.
Right.
Like, oh, okay, that's Snoop. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, okay. I can go sit and hang out with the Brad.
Right.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You can have cameras and all
that. Right. I mean, I went to middle school with CeeLo, and I'm telling you, this dude, I would have never thought he would have been what he became. Yeah. But even if I ran into him today, CeeLo from Bunch Middle School. Right. That's what I remember. But all
Brian,
of that,
Barkley,
man.
Okay. That's alumni. But go ahead.
Okay. So the thing is, I don't know if it's just our generation that's not into all of that and that knows how to still have a certain level of class.
Yes.
And if it's that it was not taught to this new generation that's coming up.
Should have been because wasn't it our generation that kind of taught them? The millennials.
So but these kids, these people that are coming up, the people that you're talking about last night, what do you think their age range was?
Millennials.
In the age range of
35. 25.
Okay, but I'm not old enough. I'm old enough to have a child that age, but I would have to have had the child. So I don't think
we're talking about the older part because remember, Gen X that goes up to like 54, 53, 54 years old.
Yeah.
So those 54-year-olds or the people at the older end of the Gen X spectrum, those are their kids.
So you're talking about somebody that's 10 years older than we are.
Right.
That had those kids,
right.
Didn't teach them how to properly mate and class. And
apparently not. I mean, but we did have some raggedy people in our generation.
I mean, we did, and
that's surprise. I mean, But yeah, these are millennials. These people that I saw, they're millennials.
So Kevin Samuels is talking to those millennials.
Those are,
you think?
You look, I mean, those are the women that are calling in and asking when
because he's telling us our age that we're gonna die alone. If we're talking about, if we're got nobody dying alone. He's like, you in your 40s, your 30s, and your 30s. I don't believe. That's
that I don't believe.
I don't appreciate him. Yeah, he's a little harsh on those calling in that age range, but I would love.
But if you're calling into his show and you're
something's wrong with you, then anyway, yeah. If you, so I'm right. So y'all trying to cancel this man. Y'all trying to cancel this man, but y'all are the ones that are calling in, asking for him to. And he, I'm not. Let me tell y'all something. Go check out this dude's channel. He can make upwards into what $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 per show.
He probably makes more than that because I've seen like he lets his I don't know, whatever it is where you can see what people are buying, the badges or how much you're sending him,
the members and all that.
Yeah, like I've seen dudes sending them like $500. What are you?
So when we talk about Kevin Samuels, and so those of you that are not in the YouTube stratosphere, understand people get paid to make videos. They get paid, and they're getting what they call super chats, where people are making donations during the live chat,
and where you have to be a member to even chat.
Exactly. I mean, it's a very exclusive club, and so there's some talk about men feeling emboldened to be very aggressive towards women, expecting that they will be submissive, cooperative, and if not, then we'll just go find us a white woman, a Chinese woman, a Hispanic woman. And so it's kind of blowing up into a whole nother thing where it's kind of what some are saying is creating a gender war between Black women and Black men. And I don't know. Like I said, I would love to know your thoughts about that.
Should it be? Because I mean, one of the videos that I remember that are most memorable is the one about where I think some girl was talking about a guy told her to smile and she was offended.
And he really went in about that because he was like, that was just kind of crazy.
Because it was like Black women.
So angry.
Can we take off the guard? Because at the end of the day, being vulnerable is about and being in relation with people is about not necessarily trusting that this person won't hurt you or that whoever, your relationship won't hurt you. It's about understanding that they may.
Right. And if they do, that's what I'm saying. You'll get over it and then trust God that he's going to bring the next one to you. But I think we can, be like so guarded
and so
because I remember going through a time like that where it seems like every man that tried to whistle at me, he might have been a good man, and I might have been like, get away from me. And so you have so many bad experiences that you don't even leave yourself open for something that's good, and it's scary. I get that,
but forget relationships. Forget
just
that.
in general,
in general.
Just,
why you mad?
Right.
Why you mad?
Just, hey, how you doing? And getting back to family and being like just nice. You don't know, that could be your cousin trying to holler at you, some distant cousin you never knew that say, hey, how you doing, girl? Smile today. And so I never really had a problem with that, because that when a man would say that to me, it actually made me smile.
Right.
So why you ain't smiling? It's like, baby, you too cute. Why you ain't smiling? And it made me smile. And then I kept walking. He didn't try to get my number or nothing like that. It was just like, sister, smile. You know what I mean? What you, And so, no, I never got offended by anything like that. But
friendly. Like I remember being out with a girlfriend. I think we were in high school.
Yeah.
And we were, we thought we was cute. So we would hang out, all that kind of stuff. And I remember her, like, guys would try to holler, and she was like, really, like, don't talk to me.
Right. Really?
She was, I ain't gonna say what I want to say.
Right.
But, and I remember, when guys would try to holler at me, I would be like, oh, thank you. Like, I'm good.
Right.
But, nice meeting you.
Right.
Just really friendly.
Right.
And she was like, why you always so nice to them? Why I gotta be mean?
Right.
Like, just because I don't want to talk to them
doesn't mean they have to be mean.
Exactly.
Like,
that's crazy.
But the thing is, what was going on with her where she thought that you shouldn't? And so that's the thing. We gotta really kind of look at, our own mental health issues. You know what I'm saying? Because it sounds like she might have had something else, going on.
Well, I think that's a self-esteem thing. When you have high self-esteem and you have confidence, you're not mad. What you mad for? Right. You know what I mean? Like,
I will say that. I remember I told you a couple years ago when I was at a gas station and clearly had on my wedding ring, and the guy was like, hey, what's up? Shawty, what's up? And I'm like, I'm married. Oh, he got really aggressive because I did not want to give him any attention. And so, right.
So that should have been like a deal breaker for you.
Yeah. And the thing is, this was obviously a person that did not have any manners, was not taught right. And so I can't sum every man up to this guy and say that, I'm never going to speak to anyone because I don't know if they're going to react like that. No. But the thing is, I was offended by the way he treated me and the way he acted, because I'm like, I'm not available. What don't you understand? And so he got really aggressive, not physically, but verbally aggressive.
Well, had the thing where the guy killed the pregnant girl in the park here. Where was it? I don't know if it was Marietta or somewhere, but because she declined his advances, this girl got a whole baby.
Right.
Clearly, you could see. I forgot the month, how many months or how far along she was, but she was far enough for him to see her pregnant belly.
Right.
You get mad because this pregnant woman won't talk to you and you kill her.
He killed her.
Black man, we need to do better.
And I'm saying, and the thing, right? And the thing is, what we as women need to check our female friends, the people that are coming up, the kids and the young women that are coming up under us, but y'all need to check the men and the young boys that are coming up under you.
Yeah.
We cannot have a whole community if everyone is acting out of emotions and being aggressive and don't know how to court traditional. I'm sorry, women still want traditional courting. Absolutely. Period. We want to be asked out on dates. We want to be treated.
They don't date no more, girl.
They don't date no more.
They don't date no more. I keep seeing all this stuff on Instagram where they don't go on dates.
Right.
How do you get to know somebody?
No, you go straight to the bedroom or straight to the hotel. Pretty much. That's how it starts. Yeah. So Netflix and chill is code word for meeting me at the crib. We're going to do our thing and then bounce. Who can ever...
I'm going to need you to take me on some dates so we can sit there and we can talk and I can get to know your mind.
That's kind of scary to think that people aren't dating anymore.
No, they're not. They're going straight, like you said, to the bedroom or into money. Because let's not forget now, these little girls about this money. They get that paper now. They like Cash App, Zelle, whatever. And I'm like, wow.
Okay, but what is and where does that leave our generation, and where does that leave the future? What kind of kids are going to be birthed out of these? Because they're going to be some accidental kids made during some of these transactions.
Ain't nobody wearing
condoms. Right. And so, COVID or no COVID, people are still hooking up. Just believe that.
Yes.
So what does that leave the new generation coming up? What are they calling this new generation?
At least
after
lost.
the...
Let's say generation lost.
And you are right about that. I'm scared.
If you have kids in this generation, which we both do, it's very scary. I'm almost like, let's go back to arranged marriages. Anybody got some kids?
Bring them to the house. I need to know who you're dating. I need to know where 14, they're from.
15, how old is my baby? 13.
Right. I want to know their parents. I want to know who their parents. I need the family history. All of that. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's old school. That's traditional. That's old fashioned. No, I believe we need to get back to what worked and what always worked. Like I say, love is a fading thing. Everybody gets infatuated and you got butterflies and ooh, I love it. But at the end of the day, when you're talking about sustainability, you're talking about a 30, 40, 50-year relationship. That's about going through the trials and tribulations with a person and being able to stick in there and not being so shallow to where everything's about finances. You're going to go through.
The world is not revolving around
right. And you're going to go through ups and downs. You're going to have ups in your finances and downs in your finances. Can you maintain? Can you hang in there and trust that there is going to be a light at the end of the tunnel? So, I said,
I think that the problem is okay, that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. As we said, that's a whole nother that's a whole nother episode of Oprah.
Right.
That's a whole nother episode of Oprah. But yes, you're right. Go ahead. Yes,
And so, I mean,
have up and down.
Yeah, and so again, like I said, I went through my my thing with Kevin Samuels, where at first I was like, man, I was really digging what he was saying. Then I started hating what he was saying. And then I started digging back in again. And I'm like, well, you know what? His message, it's like his delivery might not be all that, but he's still on some traditional type stuff. It's like, stay with your man no matter what,
Well, I don't know about no matter what now.
Well,
I say that.
I mean, what he says that a six-figure man or a high-earning man, if he chooses to cheat,
if he chooses to exercise his options, right?
Then
right?
Exercise his options. Then
no, I don't necessarily agree with that.
But that's only if you find out about it.
Correct.
Right.
Because what he's saying is a high value man you would never find
That's
out.
what I'm saying. If
you don't know what's going on,
what you don't know can hurt you. So honestly, then
I can see where he's coming from.
Right. And that kind of man would have to be like really on point. He would have to really be taken care of. That, and it happens. And so, like I said, I think those kind of things like really from the calls that I hear, a lot of women have a problem with him saying that a high value man can exercise his options. If he has another woman, what are you worried about? Are you taken care of? Is he not bringing diseases home? Then you're good to go. I get that, where he's saying what you don't know won't hurt you. Because I'm sure it's a lot of people out there that have been in these situations and still have no idea.
But let's talk about the fact, what he says about women and how women need to be. I think he calls FBI so feminine. Is it beautiful and inspirational? I don't know. And he talks about size. Like, that's one of the things he asks a woman to call in. What's your dress size? How tall are you?
Right.
Then what's your dress size? So if you call in and you talking about you are 160 pounds
and 5'1" or something, he gonna cut it out real quick.
Like you the size of a linebacker,
right? Like, and it's kind of ugly. So
I'm just saying, again, going back to last night, we need to hit the gym one day. and
take care of ourselves. Yeah.
Right. Not necessarily get a man, but I see what he's saying because it's just, I was just like, is there no effort?
Right.
Like, ain't nobody giving no effort.
Right.
So how are we expecting to attract, and that's both men and women, how are we expecting to attract, someone of the opposite sex, and we are putting in like zilch.
Right. And he talks about that. You're right, because he talks about the percentage of men, black men and black women that are overweight. So it's not like he's just saying it's all women. It's a lot of black men too.
When he said, he was like, how tall are you? I don't know what the dimensions were. What he said, he was like, oh, so you're a fat dude.
Right, right. So
he didn't say fat dude. He
right.
all in.
Right.
So he's getting on both.
Yeah. And he's an image consultant. Let's just be reminded. Yes. He's an image consultant. This dude is not a certified therapist, counselor, or anything like that. He's an image consultant. And so people come to him because they want a better self-image. And so I imagine that he's going to start with letting them know, hey, man, you need to hit the gym. You need to... Right.
I mean,
and sometimes you need a good kick in the butt. You know what I mean?
Reality check.
Exactly. Because you think you're cute and you might not be as cute as you think you are.
Because I told you, this girl walked in. I went straight to Kevin Samuels because she walked in. We were in the restaurant. I was sitting there with my husband because I was cute as usual, And we're sitting there, we're eating. And she and her friend walk in, because it was a bar. So, you can sit yourself in a bar. You don't have to wait on the table. Okay. And so she walks in with her friend and, came in the door with an attitude. Just attitude energy,
Yeah.
And she looked over. She looked around her, looked over at me, looked me up and down, rolled her eyes. It instantly took me back to this Instagram post that was like, when a 4 walk around acting like a 9.
Yeah.
Baby,
right?
You don't want to do that,
right?
So why you got an attitude?
Yeah,
So now we're going to again how we talk about black women hating on other black women.
Yeah, it's a self-esteem issue.
Stems from
self-esteem issue.
And if you were taking care of yourself, if you were doing the things that Kevin Samuel said,
right,
and you were living in that dimension, because he says, you're taking care of yourself, you have your guard down, you're pleasant, you're inspirational, you're
gonna attract that. Right. I hear you.
Out here with an attitude,
and you worry about the wrong thing. Girl. You need to be trying to attract a man instead of trying to hate on. Exactly. But see then that's a mental issue. I'm just saying. That's a mental issue. And that person, honestly, I don't think they'll ever be able to attract the type of man that they want.
Now I'm an empath, so I can feel your energy. But if I can feel your energy before you even
you already know a man is gonna be like, nah, no thanks.
Because men can read women like nobody
better than women think they can.
I remember working with this guy, and he was like, and I was younger. I was like, I don't know, 30 something, young 30s, and he was telling me that. He was like, men can read women just by their profiles on Facebook. Mm-hmm. Like, we can tell exactly what kind of woman she is.
Right.
You know me. I'm like, what's that show me?
Right.
Show me, you know. So he was like, pull up your Facebook. I put him on Facebook. He started going down. She's so. She started. Now I didn't tell him nothing about none of these women. So I'm like,
wow.
He's right.
Mm-hmm.
He's right. And he was like, I can tell by what image they're presenting on social media.
Right.
And he was like, women don't understand that men have bred them up in a matter of 5 seconds.
Right.
So they already know who you are.
Right. So quit thinking they dumb apes that don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. They might not, women think that men are just a whole different breed, but they have discernment and they have, all of that you think that they don't have.
Mama do.
And that's what I'm saying.
Saying, I got a son. Yeah. So, there are certain people my son better not bring home. but what I will say is, if I were a man, as Beyonce says, if I were a boy, if I were a man.
Oh, wait, we got comments. What's going on?
Oh, Trinity.
Okay.
No, you know what?
We got comments.
We got skills.
Our producers is not.
If you want to be a producer, let us know.
Those are old comments?
Yeah.
Oh.
What you mean old?
Scroll up to the top.
Like when they commented, it didn't have anything to do with what y'all were talking about.
But we still want to acknowledge people that
put the phone down.
Y'all, we got our little millennial. Is she millennial? We got a Gen Z producer. And what's up, Glenn? What's up, Amin? Hey, what's up, Amin? Lowe's.
Read them.
What's up? We want to acknowledge anyone. I'm sorry, yo.
Our producer is slipping.
You got it. We got to acknowledge. We got to acknowledge. People are offended because he be hitting them points on point. Oh, okay. So Glenn,
say that again?
That was Glenn. He said.
He
said people are offended because he be hitting them points on point. All right. So Glenn, it sounds like you are a follower of Kevin Samuels.
Well, let us know, Glenn.
Yeah. KR is a 9. Okay. B was 8. Kelly. Man, we gotta get these comments.
Trinity, read the comments to us. Let us know what
you want to read.
All of them. We like to acknowledge our guests. That's
we
how we
gotta
do.
acknowledge our guests.
Right.
Okay, she said that 559 shot. That's my boy. He knew about that 559. I think. Okay, Amin said. I think Kevin has valid points, but a great deal of the time his messages aren't coming across with sensitivity that some men and women want, but a great deal of the time he's speaking the truth. Okay. All right, back.
That's what it is.
All right, she said they didn't even change clothes. LOL, I'm dead. He said I'm dead.
They did. Okay,
right.
There was like Six Flags, Batman, and then I'm going to the club.
All right, so he say he be on target. Glenn, what's up? Yeah. What up, fam? What up, Glenn? Okay, Glenn, talking. All right, what up, bro? Y'all talking in the chat. Slow motion, bro. Okay, y'all just chatting with each other. It's all good. All right, facts, bro. I think some of his sisters forgot that he also gets on the bros too. Exactly, he does. He does.
And let's say that he started off talking about men,
and that's what I'm saying. But once he started talking about women, that's when exactly
right.
All right, Atlanta is now the Black Hollywood, and the image that is portrayed on TV got these folks thinking one thing. And it's totally the opposite. Feel you.
Listen,
definitely.
Hold on. Before you go on, we were the restaurant that we were at. They actually had some of their drinks named after the reality star.
Yeah.
That's how Atlanta we are. Like,
Right,
you know
right.
Like, it was like a Carly Red tea or something.
That kind of stuff.
Like,
so it is like a Hollywood. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
but it's incorporated.
Yeah, but the thing is, you
aspects.
can't get caught up in that where you getting starstruck because these people are from the same hoods that you might have been from. So
probably don't have as much.
Okay. And what Lo said, I think he is talking about the 45-year-old woman who's still in the club scene or entertaining scenes. I mean,
if you here's the thing, ladies, let me talk to y'all. Okay, let me talk to us as a sister. If you are 40 plus, never been married, and you're still hanging at the club looking for a baller, let me help you. Let me tell you the end of the story. It ain't gonna happen.
It's not.
That's it.
Not in these streets.
Yes,
not in these streets. So sorry for us just acknowledging these comments, but it's all good, man. We love y'all tuning in. And so, like I said, we just want to talk about Kevin Samuels and kind of enlighten you guys on those who don't know.
He hates black women? That's the question.
I don't think he's hating black women. I think he's trying to make us all level up. He's doing it in a way that's really causing a lot of controversy, and he's making people,
because
a lot of the stuff he's saying is truthful. I mean,
no. Is he living in his own truth? That's what I'm.
What you mean?
Because when I remember,
he's not a relationship counselor, and he's not even in a relationship himself.
But the way that he fawned, I watched one of his shows where one of the reality TV stars from Atlanta, from Love and Hip Hop of Atlanta, was on there. Now, she was in the news for like going up to her kid's school and like fighting somebody. I don't know, but I'm just saying it's a little ratchet, a little bit, you know. And he was fawning over her in their live. And I was just like, she's literally the antithesis of what you are telling your subscribers and the women that follow you to be. So what you walking in your own truth? So are you saying that women need to be this for the forward-facing public, but then when you are not in front of the TV screen, you going after them ratchet chicks?
Well, let me tell y'all this. I'm gonna say that this dude has built a platform off of a particular subject matter. Now, I will say that I saw him on DJ Vlad, where DJ Vlad, white dude, popular, huge platform, confronted him and asked him, about that video where he told that black woman she would die alone and she was average at best. He kind of stuttered about how he said it to her. Oh, well, no, I was just agreeing with her. So let me tell you something. At the end of the day, y'all, that's what I'm saying. Like I said, what he's saying, there may be some truth to it. This dude is from the, South. I think he's from the South or somewhere like that. So he's got some old school values, but he's found a platform that he can build off of telling black women probably what a lot of black men really want to tell them.
Not really want to.
Right. And so
we know that's what they've been wanting to say.
Right. So Kevin Samuels is their mouth. And I mean, that's fine. It is what it is. But
there's a meme that says that.
Yeah.
They're like his picture, and it's like when all the other guys have lost the argument to the woman and they got to go to the boss and he's the boss.
Yeah.
I'm like,
hey, that's y'all daddy. That's y'all daddy. And so, well, that's what people are saying. They was like, oh, that's, y'all done make Kevin Samuels y'all daddy. I mean, there's some talk about him being part of the LGBTQ community. Anyway, so no, but they will find that when they start researching him. So I'm just putting it out there. And I don't have anything. It is what it is. Right, but what I'm saying is watch who you're taking advice from. Watch who you're following, because there are a lot of so-called influencers here online, on YouTube, on Instagram. Look at their check their credentials. But at the end of the day, like I say, some of the stuff he's saying is not too off. But then there's always a motive behind it. So, I mean, that is what it is. At the end of the day, can we just have some individuality? Can we get back to individuality? Can we get back to free thinking and thinking for yourself? Social media has made it so difficult.
I was talking to my little sister, and we were talking about some post on Instagram, and I was like, oh, yeah, when I saw it, I thought it was so-and-so. I was like, I can't tell y'all ass from apart.
Right.
Like, all of the modern people, and I say modern people, y'all know what I mean, look alike. Right. With the girls.
I can't tell them. Right. You didn't tell me that. You said she told you like, you're like, what was that?
I was like, I can't tell y'all apart. I mean, I hate to sound like,
right.
Some of the white people, but like y'all all look like
exactly,
and I'm black,
right?
So that's literally no racism,
right? So stop getting mad with them because all y'all are doing the same thing and looking the same way.
The same.
Why does a dude want everybody to look like Cardi B? I mean, do a dude want you? You know what I'm saying? Does everybody look for Cardi B? Right.
The lace, like I said, the lace fronts, and now I judge the lace fronts
by
how good the makeup is.
Right.
That's a damn shame.
Right.
But you know what I mean?
Right.
But it's like, so nobody's natural anymore. Like nobody just is comfortable in their own skin,
right?
To where they feel comfortable not having all of that,
right?
I ain't getting ready to do. I don't want to look like you, sis.
Yeah,
love you, sis, but I don't want to look like you.
Right.
So you know what? Yeah, I may put on my lashes every once in a while when I want to, do a little bit jazzy. Because somebody said, as soon as the lashes go on, that's when toxic starts.
Right.
I mean, it is what it is.
Right.
But yeah, sometimes you want the, nah, I don't want to do the makeup all the time. Like I've never wanted to learn how to do that. But we are all. It's like sheep.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
being led to the slaughter, baby.
And it's crazy that nobody feels comfortable, or not nobody, but the majority of people don't feel comfortable just being who they are, just in their own skin.
Right.
I don't want to look like you.
Right.
And you cute.
Right.
And you my sister.
Right.
But I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to go out and somebody say, "Oh, is that Stacy?"
Girl,
no, it's Michelle. I want to be Michelle. I want to look like Michelle. Can I look like me?
Tripping.
So,
you got anything?
No.
Because we have to talk to her.
Our producer, but it's all good. We're gonna get her on point. I promise you. Next episode, baby.
Pay for this one. Y'all might want to cash out.
Right. But anyway, man, this was an awesome discussion, and this was brought to you by RepYourCityGA.com. If you're from the GA area, Atlanta area, man, they got awesome, cool vintage T-shirts from wherever. Exactly,
we
GA.
got a Cordell shirt on there. So Cordell, you were educated at one of those wonderful historically black institutions. Go on and cop that shirt.
Rep Your City GA. And if you have suggestions, hey, shoot them an email and let them know the type of shirt you might want to see, man. What we got, like the North Atlanta, we got, like you said, Cordell.
Yeah.
We got the new disco, Waka Flocka. All hey, baby. Hey, Cascade, Decatur, Straight from the Deck. All that. So check out Rep Your City GA.
If you want to sponsor a show, if you want to be a sponsor, you want your name out there, a little bit more advertisement. Again, let us know. Holler at us. Info
at raindropconvos.com and visit our website at www.raindropconvos.com. And this was a cool one, man. There she goes. See, why she always do that? Why she always ask me to? I'm not gonna spell it. I'm not.
It's Rain, REIGN.
Okay, but if it's on the it's on the screen. Why do I have to spell it? It's on the screen. And if you're just checking in, man, check out. If you're just checking in and you're catching us on the replay, hit #replay. Like, comment, share. If you like this conversation, please comment. Let us know what you think. If you know who Kevin Samuels is, if you know this dude, if you know the issues that are being caused by this uproar about trying to get Kevin Samuels off YouTube, man, chime in. Let us know what you think, dude.
Take his advice. Some of it. Ladies, black, my sisters, men, y'all turn around. Let's lose some weight. Okay, let's get healthy. Okay,
that's it.
Let's get healthy,
and we'll let the men deal with the men. We dealing with our sisters. We'll let the men deal with the men.
Absolutely. Let's lose some weight. Let's get naked fine.
Let's get drop dead gorgeous. Not only for them, but for ourselves. Yeah.
Let's be nice. And when I say nice, because I ain't really nice. Let's be kind. You know what I mean? Let's be kind to other people, because you never know what people are going through in their lives, and you coming off on them or you having an attitude, you don't know what makes people snap. So it doesn't hurt to be kind. Let's do that. Let's be inspirational. I do agree with that. I don't agree with having a chip on your shoulder and walking around acting like something's wrong with you. If you can, let all that crap go, if you're really trying to find somebody, it doesn't hurt to be kind at all. It doesn't hurt to be cute, have proper etiquette. That means don't go out looking like you going out at night. Don't come out there looking like you from daytime. That's what that means. Actually put some effort into the way you look if you're trying to catch somebody. I mean, and then if you got somebody, I'm just saying, I be want to be cute for my man too.
Right.
You know, I be want to be cute for me.
Right.
But yeah, like it's okay to be cute for your husband too, all the time. Wake up in the morning, get cute, just so you can walk around the house cute. I'm
Right.
just saying, you know, those are the things that he's talking about. That's it. You don't have to be a size 3. You don't have to be a size 6. You can be in shape and healthy at whatever, you know, weight you are. But again, the kindness thing, that's huge.
And
the inspirational piece,
yeah,
that's huge.
and that's easy.
That's
That's
right.
easier than losing weight. So,
Well,
wait, we got a comment before we bounce up out of here. Who commented, man? Who was that? Who was that? There's nothing to catch. LOL. What's up, Cuzzo? What you talking about? There's nothing to catch.
I'm just saying. From the lips of what I saw last night, you may be right, Cuzzo.
Baby, it's
You
tough.
may be right.
It's tough.
Again, I won't say where I was, but I literally felt like I was in the land of rejects. Literally felt like that. And I was like, in Atlanta? Oh my God.
Right.
No, we're supposed to be, you know, classy.
Come on, Maria. What's going
on
on down there in Alabama? Come on, Cuzzo. I know you catching them like flies, baby. What's up now? What's up,
The
Cuzzo?
women that will catch the men are the women who actually are doing what Kevin Samuels
Well, my Cuzzo
God.
always takes. Let me tell you something, baby. She stunt everywhere she goes.
Go Maria.
So she always takes care of her appearance.
Go Maria.
So I know she catching them. We talking to the other folks, baby. We
Yeah,
ain't
we
talking to you.
them.
We're not talking to you. We
Right.
talking to the other ones.
Right.
Cause you
I'm to the
baby,
leader.
you fly everywhere you go every time. So it's all good. Well, catch the replay, man.
Yes.
Hashtag replay. Leave your comments, man. Go check out Kevin Samuels and let us know what you think. And so again, please support the channel. And support the podcast. RaindropConvos.com. Love y'all.
Love y'all. Peace out.
Peace.
Thanks for tuning in.